But in the end, don't tell me that you love peace. Don't tell me you're a God-fearing nation. Don't tell me that you hold yourself to a higher standard when 93% of the time you have been fighting. Like, remember when the Hulk used to turn green everywhere? Like, every time he went somewhere, he would turn green. Motherfucker, at a certain point, it's you.
Right.
I watched the Clintons, and I do think that there is almost every time something substantive happens with the Epstein file, somebody gets blew up or something happens. Mm-hmm. But I think Hillary Clinton, first they had her, and the argument is that if you can talk to the former first lady about what she knows about Epstein files, you can talk to the current first lady because she hasn't been in as many pictures as Melania had. And they answered. The one thing about the Clintons, you can say whatever you want. They answered the subpoena, they answered questions. Now, if you believe they're lying, prove it. What they have tried to do is to embarrass her about sticking with a man who did these things. But you don't, it's not commemorative. Listen, Bill Clinton has done some horrible things, and I've done horrible things as a man too. So I'm not gonna, but I will say this: if you can hold out that kind of disdain for her, he didn't get a porn star. He didn't knock off a porn star. Like he had unprotected sex with a porn star. If you wouldn't protect her from gonorrhea, you won't protect us from North Korea.
Shoot.
So why is it that you hold this standard out for her and not for her? And don't tell me you can't depose a sitting president. As I recall, Monica Lewinsky, they questioned Bill Clinton about that when he was the president, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think the difference is that Trump wouldn't do it. He doesn't love America enough to do it. He loves himself enough to do it. Bill Clinton said he said he answered those questions. But the thing that was insulting me is Lorraine Boebert tried to embarrass Hillary Clinton. Lorraine Boebert, you know,
Lauren Boebert. Yeah.
Lorraine Boebert, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Lauren.
This is the chick that was at Beetlejuice giving somebody a hand job. How are you pointing your finger at somebody else when it's full of dick? That's what I don't understand.
Yikes.
Like how dare you? Well, I can't believe you were. What are you talking about? But they do that to embarrass her. And I think first off, any woman who has had, people, say some of the things they've said about Burberry should at least have a level of deterrence where I'm not going to malign you because of anything sexual or anything somebody else did. You literally whacking somebody off at a matinee. You know what I mean?
While like smoking.
At least do that in an adult movie. You're doing this shit at a kid's play.
But the most disrespectful part about it was, remember, the Clintons wanted to do this. They wanted to testify publicly, and they said no. But they were taking pictures and leaking them
of course, because
on social media.
Listen, if somebody, they know they don't want to ask these questions, because ultimately there have been enough credible allegations that these should be questioned. The only reason that's not happening here is because the president of this country comports himself in a way and rules those things with iron fist, is not going to let anybody investigate him.
Well, how about this? I saw where the Oversight Committee has said that they're going to subpoena Pam Bondi.
Of course they should. Of course they should. Listen, either we believe that these things are not acceptable in our society, or we don't. This is a case study in powerful men, rich, powerful, connected men, doing whatever they want to anybody they want. And I think people still, and I keep coming back to this, the only reason we are here is because this administration said that if you elect me, I am going to release the Epstein files. And these people believe you, and they want them now. That's all. You could have said nothing. But he thought it's going to be like my taxes or the proof of Obama or all the other promises I've made that I never really got held to. This time, I guess they were passionate enough about it. And you know what? Honestly, I don't care who's on the list, but I know this. Bill Clinton did something Trump didn't do. He said, I didn't do anything wrong, and I'm willing to take questioning to prove I didn't. I'm willing to answer questions. Are you? I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm willing to answer questions, and you set the rules. The rules are, I got to come here and have these people ask me whatever they want. And at the end of the day, you know how you know something didn't go? Because none of the shit that they said is being leaked. None of the shit they said, the Clinton said in there, ain't nobody talking about, we caught him here, we got him here. None of that. Do that with him and see what happens. Do that with Melania. First off, you would understand her.
It's hilarious.
But secondly, this is the thing that white people say all the time. If you don't have nothing to fear, like you don't have to worry, why are you running? If you don't have anything to fear, what are you worried about? Are you trying to tell me you honestly believe that he wouldn't do some of these things? Honestly? A dude to tell you I can grab him by the pussy? A dude that'll say they'll let you do if they want? A dude credibly included? You don't think he would do that?
Looking at his daughter and shit. Like, he already
Come on now.
some weird shit going on.
So,
like,
but I think, to me, this Wesley Hunt dude, here's what I will say, and I said this before. You never see them at the same place. You never see Wesley Hunt and Tim Scott at the same time. I'm just saying. But even he that could reconcile Charlottesville, even he that could reconcile his statement with the Proud Boys, even he that has been like the eraser for all the bullshit that Trump has said, even he thought that was the most racist thing that came out of the administration. And this dude right here, Wesley Hunt, like, I don't know, how did you think, what I think is interesting, look at the numbers that Wesley got and look at the numbers Jasmine Crockett got. Like, Wesley Hunt looks like Kazoo from the Flintstones. You see his head? Like, why do those dudes always have heads like that? He literally looks like Megamind, except ain't shit in it. But his answer is he's always been fair to me. I bet you what. Thomas Jefferson liked Sally Hemings a lot. That didn't mean he didn't own her kids. So I think for that, we have a break. We had a streak going where Stephen A. Smith was this nigga here. But now it's this nigga here, Wesley Clark. And now he doesn't have a job. So now he has to find other white people whose nuts to swing from. Ultimately, you have an obligation to be a decent person. And I think that when the one thing I take umbrage to people, how you vote is how you believe things. It is the things you want. If you don't vote, for anything, I'm hard to press to believe you have passion about anything.
yeah.
So I remember I was watching this program about these women who are married to Trump supporters. She said, we just look past the things that he voted for because he's a good person. I do not think you can see all these things that are going on and vote for this man in this regime and be a good human being. I just don't think you can do it.
Yeah, he's 7 for 7. He got all these motherfuckers.
Today, I think it's impossible to be a good human being and to see all these things that have gone on and to pretend like it's only, like, to me, a decent person could not countenance these things. They just couldn't. And particularly a person who called himself a lover of Christ couldn't counsel these things. They couldn't countenance these things. Like, I watched Christine On, right? And the one thing I am certain about, why does she stop wearing makeup to write, like right here? Like, it looks literally like the saggiest turtleneck I've ever seen.
It's probably because that's Corey Lewandowski's thing.
Yeah.
The neck makeup
Shoulders
lady
down.
walked out. She's tired.
I'm pretty sure, she retrofitted a plane, but half of it got makeup in. I swear to God it does. Like what did Alex call her? She's a South Dakota 2.
Oh, 2. I thought it was 5.
Oh no, he was up on it. He was
I
up on the
thought so
scale.
too.
He was up
I
on
thought
the
it was like
scale.
a 5 or a 6.
But look at all of them are liars and bad liars. All of them, all the things that, and the thing about it is, if you make a mistake, you try to rectify it. If somebody has done something they weren't trained to do, you rectify it. You apologize. You make recompense. You do something. These people, whether they are Chrissy Nome or whether they are Bam Bondi or whether they are Tom Holman, when those people make a mistake, they don't think they owe the American people who they've wronged anything other than we were trying to do our best. There's no law enforcement agency on the planet that could act with impunity like they do and not be subject to some kind of discipline. And anybody who did that job that poorly shouldn't have it. But the point is, they want them to have that job because it is to terrorize people. It's to terrorize people. They want to be able, like, now they're withholding money for Minneapolis, again, under the auspices of trying to prevent fraud, which is the same reason you sent, the Border Patrol, the same reason you sent ICE in for fraud. So to stop fraud, you're going to starve old people and kids.
In the
to
name
stop
of Christianity.
like that's the thing. You're going to punish them. And everything he does, How is that discernibly different than anybody in an authoritarian country who would do exactly the same thing? The only difference between them and us is we pretend that we're not trying to be what they are. They don't even pretend. They just do it. But they want to do everything they're doing. Like, why are you punishing people because they didn't believe they made a choice other than the one you wanted them to? Well, you can't make people suffer to impact the government. You know what that's called? When you make people suffer to get them to capitulate and to do what you want politically, you know what that's called? Terrorism. Give us this money or I won't do this. Do this, I won't. Give me your voting rolls and I'll do that. But everything they are doing right now, everything they're doing is something that you would see in a third world or an authoritarian country. Mm-hmm. Only we pretend as if it couldn't have it here. It already is.
Well, you saw where I guess the U.S. Department of Defense is banning military personnel from going to elite schools. And you remember it was the elite schools that pushed back against the DEI restrictions. And now they're saying you can't go to these schools.
Why would they need them to? You ain't got to go to Harvard to die.
Oh.
You know, we need you to die.
And there's that.
We don't need that. It's the only thing you can use AI for. The funny thing to me is that during the Revolutionary War, a black dude was the first one. Crispus Attucks was the first one to die. A black dude. Hey, Crispus, go see what they're up to. One everybody like, oh my God, they busting.